This review is of Gamesa, Surtido Rico Gamesa, which is, I don't know what Rico is for, but Surtido apparently has the meaning of assorted, and galletas must be cookies. That's my best guess. If I'm wrong, somebody who understands Spanish much better than I do, please let me know in the comments. All right, so we've got the Emperador chocolate sandwich cookies, the Emperador Combinado, which is combination, Barras de Coco, which is coconut flavored cookies, and Hawaiianas, I guess, Hawaiianas, coconut cookies again, somehow different, Cremax, wafer cookies, and sorry about the lighting. Let me see if I can fix that. There, that's a bit better. And then we have the Cremax wafer strawberry fresa, which is strawberry flavored. So we've got chocolate flavored, strawberry flavored, 2 coconut flavored. We've got the Emperadors, which are chocolate and vanilla. And I'm not sure about this one. And then for the nutrition facts, we've got 6 grams of fat in, how many? 3 cookies. That's a lot of fat. 3.5 of which are saturated. That's a lot of fat. No trans fats, thankfully. No cholesterol. 125 milligrams of sodium. 24 grams of carbs, of which 1 is dietary fiber. That's pathetic, but at least there's something. And 11 grams of added sugars, which the rest would be starches and stuff. And 2 grams of protein. And that's for the first one. And then we go from the Emperador regular to slightly different. More sodium, which is bad. Less fat. A little bit less saturated fat, which is good. A little bit less sugar, that's good. And then the Barras de Coco is a lot less. We've got even less fat, half the fat, and the same amount of sodium. And less sugar, so that's even better, except for the coconut. And then we've got the other one, the Hawaiianas, which has got more fat than the previous ones, or one, I should say. Not so much saturated fat. Whoa, we've got trans fats? Hold on a second. Yes, we've got trans fats in this one. So we've got 0.5 gram of trans fats, which is really bad. No cholesterol, but we do have 135 milligrams of sodium, which is a little bit less than most of the others. 21 grams of sugar, so that's not bad. Well, I mean, as long as you're only eating 3. And then the Cremax has got a lot more fat in it. No trans fats this time, at least not that's listed. Only 50 milligrams of sodium, which is great. 21 grams of sugar, so that's okay, but not great. And then the other Cremax is basically the same, except even less sodium. So these two, for those of us who are having problems with sodium and salt, these two are probably the safest. And the worst one is the Hawaiianas. I'm sure the Hawaiians are not happy that there's something named after them that's got trans fats in it. At least I would be unhappy if I were them. And then there's so many ingredients listed here. Just going to go across these. Of course, there's palm oil because this company does not care about its customers. Why would they if they put palm oil, and high fructose corn syrup. And that's, yeah, so not good. All of these have, I believe, milk. Coconut. Oh, this one doesn't. The Barras de Coco does not. And the Hawaiianas does not. But the Cremax, they do. So basically we've got palm fat in a lot of these, and high fructose corn syrup in some of them, and it just Not a brand that is inspiring my confidence at this point, but I'm going to let you see some more of the ingredients going across the bottom three here. Sorry I'm going so fast, but yeah. And then I'll go back to 1, 2, 3. I'll go back to the top three. So basically, I'm not going to recommend these based on health outcomes, but let's see what they taste like. Unfortunately, rather than having individual packaging for each kind, they just put them all into one big thing, which to me is kind of like saying, you know, we really don't care, so we're just going to put them all together again, just to, I don't know, just, it strikes me as being indicative of a lack of concern for customers' health. Which, you know, cookies are not exactly something that you should consider being good for health, just in case you were wondering about that. So I'm going to start with the, what's it called? The Emperador chocolate, which should be this one here. It's more of a fruity flavor than, and not a chocolate fruit flavor, but or cacao flavor. It's more of like it's gotten contaminated with strawberry somehow. That's what I noticed on the first bite, actually. So it's okay, but I mean, on its own merits, if it's supposed to be chocolate flavored, it should taste like chocolate. This tastes like strawberry or some other similar kind of fruit. So on that grounds, I'll give it a 3. On just taste by itself, I'll give it a 7. It's a nice flavor, just not what I was expecting. Now we'll do the Emperador Combinado, or the combination, which is this one, the chocolate and vanilla. And it seems to have both. Oh, it only has vanilla cream, whereas the chocolate one had chocolate cream. Well, if they don't know how to make something that tastes, that's supposed to be chocolate flavored, tastes like chocolate, it's just not going to taste like chocolate and vanilla, which it doesn't. I get little hints of vanilla from it, but chocolate and vanilla or combination flavor, I would definitely say no. On its own merits, again, I'll give this one a 6. Yeah, it's just pretty mild flavor. All right, now we'll try the Barras de Coco. And I'm not sure which one the Barras de Coco is. Let's see if it shows. Oh dear. Well, we've got a little bit of a challenge because there are 2 different coconut cookies and it doesn't tell which one is which. We've got these round ones that are coconut, and then we've got these rectangular-ish ones that are coconut. Doesn't really smell much like coconut. That doesn't smell much like coconut, but it's more like coconut than the other one. So, I'm just going to taste them, and if you figure out which one is which, you let me know in the comments. I don't really think it's worth my time looking it up. A little bit salty for some reason. All of these are very dry. Well, I'm going to say I can smell coconut. I can't taste it. Sorry, it's very hot. I'm disappointed because I thought at least, even though I shouldn't have a lot of coconut because it's not good for me, I thought at least with this I would get something authentic flavored. But that turns out not to be the case. So that's sad. And the fact that this video has already gone 10.5 minutes is even sadder. So we'll try this one now. You know what these two remind me of? Not coconut cookies, but butter cookies. Like those, you get those round tins with the European butter cookies. This is what these two kind of remind me of, but they're kind of... This one's... I like the round one better than this one. The round one, I would say, as a coconut flavored cookie, I'll give it a 3. On its own merits, I'll give it a 6 also. This one, I'll give it a 2. And then on its own merits, I'll give it a... Yeah, I'll give it a 4. It's not impressive. Now, if you're a fan of butter cookies, you might like it. But so far, my impression of Gamesa from this mixture is that they make cheap quality cookies. So now we're going to move on to the Cremax Wafer Chocolate and the Cremax Wafer Strawberry. So we'll go to the chocolate first. Oh wait, I got to clean my mouth out. Hold on. Okay. Nice long wafer. You get 5 of them. I'd say the quality of the wafers is better than the quality of the filling. It's soft, dry, and crunchy, just like you'd expect. Still doesn't taste like chocolate. But at least they pulled off the wafer part of it. They can't get the flavors right, but but they got the wafer right. So, chocolate wafer, because it does actually have the right texture and flavor of wafer, which I guess is kind of hard to screw up. I would certainly think so anyways. I can give this one a 4 because the chocolate flavor is just not there. Now, on its own merits, I'll give it a 5.5. It's just not really impressive to me. I'm not hoping for much of anything with this one now, but this is the strawberry one. See? Strawberry. I'm finding this flavor to be confusing. It's not strawberry. It's something fruity. But it's more sugar than fruit. And you're saying to me, yeah, but sugar's got fruit in it. I'm saying, if you don't understand what I'm saying, sorry. I'm not going to explain it. Yeah, this, there's the wafer that they did right again, but the filling is just not right. So I'm going to give this one a 3.5. And then for flavor on its own merits, it's just too much sugar. So I'll give it a 5, I guess. Yeah. So what's my impression of these cookies overall? Not worth the money, unless you've got no taste buds and you don't care about your health. Then it's great. Sorry, it is what it is. Thanks for watching, Afia, and have a great day.